Okay, well, as you guys know, it's a Friday again, and we are back with another banger episode of In The Mix. Well, before I go forward and introduce my people that are in studio with me, I first want to show off this. Well, we just got the award for MTV, award of MTV Show of the Month for In The Mix. So that means we have won the MTV award for this month. Congratulations to us, Jesse. Big ups, big ups. Herson, I know you don't know much about that award, but yeah, also, let's get you involved on that. Well, before we do continue with the show, I'd just like to make mention of the two competitions that we do have running, which is the followers competition, just so that you guys know. For that one, you just need to follow Sports Rap and then tag 3 friends, and you can stand a chance to win $1,000 weekly. Weekly, guys. Yes, I repeat, weekly. And another one for people that are more involved in sports. This one is the photo competition. So all you have to do is take a photo at any sporting event during the weekend, action photo particularly or specifically, and then you send it to that number that you see on the screen there on WhatsApp, and then you can stand a chance to also win yourself $1,000 weekly. I think I'm done with that now. Let's move over to Jesse Jackson Carwriter. Jesse, how are you doing today?
I'm good. It's quite a lovely Friday. It's always nice to be on the show, and like you said, we've been joined that is by a football fanatic, a man that knows many stuff, and a journalist, of course, Herson Kapanga.
Mr. Herson Kapanga, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us in studio today. Yeah, but just tell us how you're doing.
No, I'm doing good. It's my maiden edition. It's exciting.
You know, there's so much to talk about. There's so much we're excited for. First and foremost, it has to be the futsal competition that we are taking part in. And yeah, what are your thoughts on, before we do take a break, what are your thoughts on the fact that we are in this big, prestigious competition?
No, look, qualifying, number one, is a big thing. It's the first time we participated in the competition. Remember, futsal started just like a hobby. A couple of friends started as a hobby, a couple of friends just running up and down. Then the league started kicking off. And for the first time that the Premier League ran, and they selected a couple of good players, and we lost at home. Nobody had hope.
Yeah.
We lost at home. 5, how many goals? Then we went to go win in Tanzania, and qualifying on the maiden edition that we participated. It's a great thing.
It's a great thing.
This is big.
It's big. Okay, so we still have to get to the Brian segment, so you guys should stay tuned as we'll be right back after this.
The Champions League, we've got the favourites, and if they're on song, well, they'll give us a bit of everything to enjoy. First of taste, and the break is on here. It's a red card. Vinicius Junior! Oh my goodness! There works the space foul! Lewandowski! Oh, magnificent! Mbappe! That is a stunner! Haaland! What a finish! Coming onto it now to shoot! Champions of Europe, finally!
The 2023-24 UEFA Champions League. Be moved with every game live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus.
Okay, well, guys, I was generally too excited for the intro, and I forgot to introduce our snack for the day. Jesse Jackson, can you just let us know, since we spoke behind the scene, what do we have for today's menu?
Putting me on the spot here. Pumpernickels. Yes, with some cream dip.
Okay, Jesse, yes. I'm actually happy you got that right, but yeah, it's some strawberry dip there, and we do have some pumpernickel bread all the way from Germany. Bundesliga is about to conclude as well, so we just had to spice it up with a bit of German food. It might be the first season in 11 years where we see a team besides Bayern Munich win the German Bundesliga, but that's a story for another day. Let's focus on the futsal competition that we do have going on. So as we were speaking earlier, we did qualify for the competition, but the teams that can qualify are only 3. And there are only 3 spots up for grabs to qualify for the World Cup. But then looking at the teams that we do have, there are definitely some strong teams. So what are your thoughts, Jesse, to think about if we can make it through the group stages or not?
I think the first hurdle will be Mauritania tonight. That would be quite key in terms of how are we going to fare in the remaining games. like I alluded to earlier into segments of this show, that I think being there was already something, a major achievement for us, qualifying to that tournament. So sometimes putting so much pressure on the guys and telling them that they need to qualify, I think that would come as a bonus for us. Gaining experience and competing, for now, I think that's what we have to settle with. But obviously, we should not also count out the surprising aspect that we might actually be the surprise package of the tournament.
Okay, Herson, you were at the Ivory Coast tournament that we did have early this year, if I'm not mistaken. Jesse, you were also there. When you are there in that space, how is that environment like? How is the atmosphere itself for a small team of small country like us to compete in?
I think for Namibia, it's all about the mental strength. So all these young boys that are going to play tonight have never been at this level.
Yeah.
At least with the senior men's football team, we had the plus minus 13, 14 guys that retained for AFCON. So these guys, the coach is new, first time. The technical team is new. Everybody is new. So it's a learning process. But what we need to also put in mind is Mauritania is also making their maiden edition. So why not beat the guy that's new?
Okay, that's a very good one. I think I agree with you there. Since we are the two teams that are debuting in this season, it only makes sense that we do beat at least the team that we take on first. But before we do continue with the show, not a lot of people know what futsal is about. People think it's similar to football. Some people say it's not. But we do have a video clip that explains how futsal works. So please stay tuned for that clip.
New to futsal? Here are the ground rules. Games are split into 20-minute periods. The clock is stopped every time the ball goes out of play and is restarted when play resumes. Each side consists of not more than 5 players, a goalkeeper and 4 outfield players, as well as 9 substitutes. Teams are entitled to a 1-minute timeout in each period. A team that does not request a timeout in the first half of the match is only entitled to 1 timeout during the second half. There are no timeouts in extra time. There is no restriction on the number of substitutions that may be made during a match. Substitutions may be made at any time, whether the ball is in play or not, but only in the specially demarcated substitution zones. A substitute player may replace a sent-off player and enter the pitch 2 full minutes after the sending off. They may, however, enter the pitch before the 2 minutes have elapsed should their team concede a goal while a player down. Goalkeepers have only 4 seconds in which to play the ball, with either their hands or feet, and may not touch it again if it has been deliberately played to them by a teammate without an opponent playing or touching it. Goalkeepers are also now free to play anywhere on the pitch and throw the ball beyond the halfway line, which was not previously permitted. Unlike 11-a-side football, goals may not be scored directly from the kickoff in futsal, and there is no offside. Throw-ins are by foot and are actually called kick-ins.
Okay, well, hopefully that made you guys understand a little bit more about the sport of futsal, since Namibia will be taking on Mauritania tonight as we look forward to that game. Well, I mean, we have been talking for a while now, and my guest, Brian, or the guy who always assists with the Brian, is not here today. He's also taking part in some football elsewhere, so I will be joining our Brian on the other side in Fireball.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian. From protecting our homes to fighting injustices, we still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Okay, so we are joined by the coach of Khomas Nampol, Fortune Eichab, to just tell us what's happening in the kitchen today. Before we do talk about anything else, just let us know, what are we cooking today and what are you preparing for us?
Thank you. And we are having mutton meat that we are preparing today. Okay. We have mutton. And we have also bratwurst that we will be frying today. That's on the menu. We call it the Fortune dish.
The Fortune dish.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha is a man who really loves his meat. So hopefully you can let us know how you like preparing yours. Medium rare, medium well done, or yeah, how do you?
Now we are going today for a medium rare.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't need to go very well. It's just a medium one. So it's,
I apologize, ne? You already heard the
So
that
sorry.
it's medium rare. Okay, Mr. Fortune, just tell us, how often do you braai? How often are you behind the fire? How often are you the man who's making the fire sizzle?
it's been, I don't go do the braais too much.
Okay.
It's maybe on the birthdays and so on. So because I'm not a braai man, but I like braai. Normally you need to braai on occasions.
Yeah.
So part of the house things, as a man, you need to put meat on the fire.
Okay.
So it's not a thing that happened usually, but it's occasionally.
Okay, enough about the braai. I think you should maybe check on your meat first before we continue this conversation.
Maybe
because
while we are talking, my meat will burn out.
yeah,
So
and I don't want it to be a
so
story
you
of,
will blame me later.
then it's me who was talking to you too much and the meat
Yeah.
burns. So yeah, maybe just
So-
burn the meat first before we continue our conversation. Okay, my next point is probably one of the most important points that I do have. Speaking of Khomas Nampol, you guys are a newly promoted side into the Debmarine Premiership, but you guys came with a lot of fire. You guys now sit in the top 3 there in the Premier League. Could have made it to the top last week, but I think you guys started a little bit. But just tell us, Khomas Nampol, what do you make of your season this year?
Wow, what a season! What a season!
I think I can agree. Yeah.
What a season. We just planned to go out there and enjoy football. Aim was to avoid relegation, and it still remains up to today.
Yeah.
So we want to avoid relegation. If end of the season comes and we achieve our target, we are more than happy. So we have a great season so far, but it's not great until it's over.
Yeah.
So we are still going until the end. Where most people say you have not to win until you sing the black. So we will see what happens. So we will be having eyes over the weekend. And luckily, the two opponents are playing each other.
Yeah.
So anything can still happen. Anything can still happen because both of them cannot win.
Yeah.
Both of them cannot lose. So why not? Why not? Something might happen.
You know, the Debmarine Premiership really looks familiar to the Premier League if you look at it because, I mean, there are 3 horses that are still in the run. And in the Debmarine Premiership, we can also agree that it's more than 2 teams that can still win the title. But yeah, if we speak about this season, what do you think was the most important thing for your team to do to be where you guys are now?
So we started early with the preparations. You need to start early for pre-season and so on. You get your team ready before everything starts. That's where we started. We recruited with the players that we wanted, and we start early as possible. And we were on the fire from the immediate go. So if you wait until the last, it will be a problem.
Okay, can you please take a look at your meat first while we take a look at the Debmarine Premiership log, just for you guys to see what is happening and where Khomas Nampol are on the log. As you can see, African Stars are in first place there, having 57 points, and Khomas Nampol are in second with 55 points, while Ongos are in third with 52 points. Like I said, it's really a fast-paced race, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to see how it does end because there are still 3-4 games left in the league. Well, Mr. Fortune, I think we'll let you finish your meat first because we do have Leandria who's on standby with Short Corner.
Okay.
Joining me today is Coach Armando Pedro, the Blue Waters coach, all the way here from Walfish Bay. Now, Coach, this past weekend you had African Stars and also Orlando Pirates. Just please tell us about those 2 games. How did it go?
Well, we went well. We started against Orlando Pirates on Saturday, that we beat them 3-0. Then we pick up a masking point. Even though we missed a lot of chances, but we still get the maximum point. That was our aim and goals for the weekend. Then on Sunday was a different ball game against African Star. We drew 1-1. What I got positive of that game is my boy show character, commitment, hard work and dedication. And African Star game consider that I lost 2 points. I don't see that consider a gain point because we dominated the game in the second half. We had 2 clear chances. We never capitalized. It's one of our problems. Luckily on Saturday, the luck is on our side.
Yes.
Still on Sunday we scored 1, but it was a good weekend.
No, definitely. Now, Coach, you're a bit off this weekend, but for the next weekend you are traveling a bit. Tell us who are you meeting?
Well, we're going Saturday against Kokarara United. It's going to be in Grootfontein. And on Sunday we're going far away in Rundu against Julinho.
Sure. Now, what is the game for those two? Goal for those two games?
Maximum point. From now on, maximum point. We want to end up high as we can, and those two games still in our reach. And it's obligation that the technical team, the team, and the players to pick up maximum point. And I know my boys are ready, and my boys are gonna give a good count when it comes the next weekend.
Doesn't it get a bit tiresome to travel? I mean, on the Saturday you're playing a game and then you have to travel again and then on Sunday again.
It does, but you remember, this is Namibian football. There's nothing you can do about it being used. We get used of that for a couple of years, whereby it double header, they need to travel so far. But luckily it's only Grootfontein and Rundu, not a Rundu and Oshaka that's been happening last season, you see.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, Coach, you are just staying on the 5th and 6th place on the log. What is your goal for this league? Do you want to reach the top 5 or what is the goal?
No, the goal is to reach high as we can. Remember, we are 5th or 6th on the log, but the two teams on top of us, there's not much point different. We're going to Rundu next weekend in Grootfontein. Our aim, like I said before, is 6 points, maximum point.
Maximum point.
Then our last game is going to be against Kanja United. That's going to be a game where we need to show our supporters, we need to show the commitment, the patience that's been given to the team. We need to pay back to the supporters and a good performance and pick up the 3 points.
Oh, definitely. And then just finally, Coach, you are the only team here at the coast in the Irongo region that is playing in the Premier League. Isn't the pressure on? How do you handle it?
No, really, there's no pressure on. You see, because remember, Blue Waters is a big club with big stature. Blue Waters has been here since 1936. And remember, we've been 5 or 6 years that we've been only team in the Premier League back then. I think for us is to get use of that, you see. But we wanted our neighbors and 11 areas can make quick 10 back in the league to be more competitive and more games to Walvis Bay.
So that's all we have here from Blue Waters coach Armando Pedro, Walvis Bay.
Oh, that's wonderful! And that is what champions do!
It feels good to football with GoTV.
He works the space well and scores!
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary!
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter, and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your Go Coder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
Okay, so we are almost done with the braai, I presume, is the Fortune?
Yeah, we are almost done.
We're almost
yeah.
done. Okay.
We are almost done. Like the Premier League, that is almost done also. So we are almost. We are almost.
So you guys have 3 games left, if I'm not mistaken, in the league.
Yeah.
So looking at the games that you guys have left, what is the plan of action going into these last games of the Premier League?
We approach all the games with cautious because all the teams wants to play against us and do better. Because we are playing 3 teams that we beat in the first round. So we will try and rectify what we did wrong last week. So we also want to win and end the season on a proper one. Because last time when I was in Premier League, I got a silver. So if I don't get a silver now, I might get a gold. So I'm aiming for first and second currently. So that will be the aim that we are currently. We need to play football to win. And if you play football, you will always get results.
You always get results. Okay, well, looking at the English Premier League, which team do you support?
Oh, why?
So we just know because it needs to be put out there.
Oh, I was a Chelsea supporter, but I don't know. I still remain with Chelsea. I'm supporting Chelsea.
Still a Chelsea supporter?
Yeah, we are having 2 bad seasons now. Yeah, the other time we beat Manchester United, we were screaming. We draw against Brentford with 10 men. So unpredictable Chelsea.
Unpredictable team.
Yeah.
Okay, at least you guys are not playing like the Chelsea club, like your fan club Chelsea. But yeah, looking at the Premier League this season, who do you think is going to win it? Looking at the running that we do have on top with Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City.
I hope City wins. So that because they don't have a lot of supporters, so that there must be peace currently in Namibia. Yeah. Because Arsenal wins, they will say the elephant. You talk about elephant, and if Liverpool win, Jurgen Klopp will walk away with something good, and he will say, "No, I left as a winner." Yeah. So I don't want that to happen. So let Pep take it.
It only makes sense if Pep wins it because if the other 2 teams win it, then we are all going to suffer. Especially for me as a Manchester United fan, I think it's going to be very hard. If Liverpool win it, then that means they have equaled us on the records of the titles.
Hopefully
We will have
Manchester
20.
United will block because you are playing all those two teams. You
So,
beat
yeah.
the other one already, so you will beat Arsenal also. So
I think we can definitely trust ourselves to beat Arsenal. But before we do continue about the football, I do not want to be blamed for the Boerewors, please. Also, so can we just double
let me
check on that one?
quickly turn it around. We are almost done with this. Yeah. That's how the Boerewors look like. It's almost.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we are almost there. So the plate.
Okay, let's move on before we do leave and find out what we can talk about with Jesse them regarding the football. Yeah, looking at your team, the Khomas Nampol team, you guys really did a good job, like I did say. I'm not going to stop mentioning that because you guys came from the first division to just come rocking the Premier League and make yourselves known. But as a man of football, what do you do in your free time? What happens in Fortune's free time? What do you do when you're off football?
I'm a police officer first time. Yeah. So sometimes when we're off, we are doing police work. That's to look after the community of us. And if I'm off, I tend to watch other sports also, like athletic, rugby, and so on, because I'm a sports officer at Namibian Police Force. And my aim is to help police sports grow. So it's not about only football, it's about all the aspects of different sports. And I'm a person from a house, so I also stay home in off days, but mostly you will find me at football pitch. Like this weekend we are not playing, but there is football. I will be part and parcel of second division going to watch and see what can happen. But I'm an outdoors person.
Okay. I think we'll leave it at that for now. We'll be moving back to Jason Karatha so we can conclude with the futsal competition and the futsal game that we do have taking place tonight. Okay, I had to leave Fortune in the kitchen himself. Hopefully he can stir up what he's still stirring. Herson, seeing his technique in the kitchen, how he's operating by the braai, how confident are you that we are going to have a good meal on this one?
He is a good coach, so let's hope he can cook. That's all I'm saying.
So let's hope he can cook. But I think he does have the skill. I did see him operating this, so I can trust that he will see us a good meal. But before we do continue with our show, we do have a short clip from the conference meeting that was had in Morocco, where we will see Namibia taking part in the futsal competition, and we do speak to the coach, or we do hear from the coach rather. So stay tuned for that.
Question. Absolutely, we're fully confident in our team. Feel like we will do really well. We want to obviously not just participate, we want to compete. So we are aiming to get through the group stages and do as best we can. We're here to, as I say, to compete. We want to win it. I appreciate there's going to be some very, very tough challenges. There'll be some exceptional teams. Egypt, Morocco, straight off, they're two of the teams that have got several African Cup of Nations winners. They've done that several times. Not to mention the other nations that are here. There's some incredible teams, and we know it will be a very, very tough challenge. But it's something that we feel confident about, and we will challenge, and we will do our best. And we're fully confident we will come away with a World Cup place, and that is our aim.
Yes, before we get to taste what Coach Fortune Eichab is cooking in the kitchen there, we have to find out what's cooking in the Premiership and probably put my brother here on the spot. Like, who do you think is going to run away with this one?
Currently, the league is exciting. Last year, we saw African Stars running away. And last weekend, Star choked. If you watch their game, the first game against, on a Saturday, they almost choked, but they managed to win. That is against Okahanja United. Almost lost. But then on Sunday, against Blue Waters, once again. And also, I was hoping now by then, Nampol was supposed to already go on top, and they also choked. That's the good part. So we are waiting for FC Ongos to also choke this weekend.
Yeah.
So
To make it
to
more
make it more
exciting.
exciting when we are going into the last games of the Premier League. So for me, currently, I would love Nampol to win, but FC Ongos to win too. But whoever has the strength on the mentality to believe, especially the players, will walk away with the
Is
league.
it because the man is bringing meat or what?
Yeah, no, I will choke if he doesn't. Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, no, Mr. Fortune, this is your time to shine. So we will be tasting what Mr. Fortune has prepared for us. I forgot what he said. I think it was the Fortune special or
Fortune dish.
the Fortune dish. So let's brace ourselves for the Fortune dish.
Yes,
The presentation looks good already.
This is my favorite part.
Okay, Mr. Fortune, just tell us please what you have prepared for us and what we have on the menu today.
Okay, this is mutton meat, like I said, and this is bratwurst. This is with sauce, the dip
Can you
sauce.
just
That,
come bring me here maybe? While
Okay.
Yeah.
this is mutton meat braai. The two pieces this side is with dip sauce that we prepare. This one is without sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, this is normal bratwurst that you will get. A breadchen that we cut like a garlic bread that you think it's a garlic bread,
Yeah.
but a nice one. If you taste it, it's proper.
Okay, let me just get into the cutting so we all know if it's good or not. I don't want to be the only one that judges it. Looks good. Mr. Herson, let's taste it there. Jesse Jackson, a man of meat.
Man of meat.
Oh, he loves meat a lot. Okay, so final remarks on the meat, Jesse?
The mutton.
It's really, really soft. Yeah. But like they have indicated, we have run out of time for the show. Mr. Fortune, thank you for coming through. Mr. Herson, thank you for coming through on the show. We'll be seeing you guys again next week, Friday, same time, same place, as it is from us in studio. Goodbye.